Me Grimlock, no bozo. Me Grimlock, king of the Dinobots. Stay tuned. Rodimusbill here. And today I think we're going to take a look back at Grimlock, king of the Dinobots. Now, I had just done a review on the reissue of Bumblebee Buzzworthy, the Studio Series 07 Grimlock. And I purposely did not put any other Grimlock in there because I wanted that video to focus on just on the live action movie Dinobots, which I'll put a link in the description below. But now that that's over with, I thought I'd do a video on all of my Dinobots, and all the ones I have are right here. Now, we'll go from smallest to largest. You've got the Core Class Grimlock Dinobot. You've got the Bumblebee Cyberverse Adventure Grimlock. You've got the Boneco Authentics Grimlock. And then you got the Power of the Primes Voyager Grimlock. This is the Age of Extinction Silver Knight Optimus Prime and Grimlock Collector Set. It's Grimlock. This is the Studio Series 86 Leader Class Grimlock. And we have what was the Studio Series 07 is now the Buzzworthy Bumblebee reissue 07 Age of Extinction Leader Class Grimlock. Now, here's what they all look like. Now, for the most part, besides the live action movie, Grimlock has things in common. Would be the yellow or gold chest. The back of the Dinobot was the legs, except for this guy's got a real radical transformation. And I guess the arms of Grimlock are always going to be his back dinosaur legs. But besides that, for the most part, these guys are the same. These guys are radically different, and this guy is different. So, now that we've seen them all in robot mode, I thought I'd take them one at a time and show you them in Dinobot mode. I'm going to go over them in robot mode, do a quick transformation, and then I'll show you them in Dinobot mode altogether. So first, we're going to look at Core Class Grimlock. Officially, this is the Legacy Evolution Core Class Grimlock Volcanic, a part of the Volcanicus Combiner. Now, unlike the other Volcanicus, this Grimlock does not become the head and torso. This guy becomes a leg of Grimlock. So, what do we see? The same head, the same gold chest. The feet are basically the back part of the dinosaur. You've got the wings back here with the small Dinobot arms, and the head is in the back, very similar to what he is. Now, there's going to be 6 Dinobots instead of 5 that are going to make Volcanicus in this set. And Grimlock is the right leg looking at him, or the right leg when you look at him and turn him around. Yeah, he's the right leg. And I have a feeling this is going to be recolored as a Dino King. That is why Slag is going to be the chest. Now, we'll just go quick articulation. The head does a 360 degrees. If you move this back here, the arm does 360 degrees. It goes out like that. You've got wrist rotation. The legs kick up that good. Kick back. They do the split. Rotate here at the ball joint at the thigh. More than 90 on the legs. And that is going to be the Core Class Grimlock. Now, all we need is Snarl, which is coming out in October, and we'll have Volcanicus. And there'll be a video when that guy comes out. All right, we're just going to transform him real quick and put him to the side. And here's Grimlock in his Dinobot mode. So he's now these aren't the greatest, but you got to realize these are core class figures that are a combiner. So, and they seem to get better as they go along. But here's Grimlock. So you got the 2 arms, you got his head with the blue eyes, you got the chest, you got his big feet and his tail, and this weapon becomes part of his tail. And that is our first Dinobot Grimlock Core Class Combiner. Alright, next we're going to do the Bumblebee Cyberverse Adventure Deluxe Grimlock. So we'll put him to the side. And next up is our Bumblebee Cyberverse Adventure Grimlock. Now, this guy is radically different because basically his legs they split apart, become most of his body. But again, he's very similar with the arms and the head. And this Grimlock was actually intelligent. And he's got a cool crown that you just take off. So, let's look at, this is from the Bumblebee Cyberverse Adventure show. So, you got Grimlock. Now, the similar that he's got the black around the face, but this guy's got a mouth that's gray. He still have that yellow chest and the red midsection. And the arms are still the big legs, but then everything else is different. But this guy's got missile launchers here and here. So he's pretty cool. There's his tail back here. And let's see. The head goes, wow, look at that. Looks up. Head's got very full range of motion. If you pull this in, you could move the arm. It doesn't go that much up. 90 degree or almost 90 at the elbow, but it doesn't go all the way. Hand moves in a little. You got the front kick, you got the back kick, you got the split, you got the thigh rotation, mushroom peg, and the feet move. And this is Grimlock from the Cyberverse Adventures. And this guy's pretty cool too. I mean, they kept some design elements the same, and then they did other elements different, and this guy was pretty smart. So now we have the deluxe, they call it a deluxe, but it's the Bumblebee Cyberverse Adventures Deluxe Grimlock. Now let's transform this guy real quick. Grimlock. Now the difference in this Grimlock is these are the feet. So the 2 feet split apart and somehow they come together. So, not the greatest Grimlock, very hard to transform. But you can see though, he's still Grimlock. He's got the 2 legs, and this is different. See, one side's got the spikes on the tail, and the other side doesn't. So, and these are the 2 legs with the feet up here. Very different kind of Grimlock, but that is the Cyberverse Grimlock. Alright, now we're going to go to the Authentics. This I got at the dollar store, or the Dollar Tree. It's technically the Bone Co. Authentics Grimlock. Now it's made towards smaller kids, so the transformation is not that complex, but still basic Grimlock. You have the gold chest, the red waist, the big legs, the arms are the Dinobot legs, and even the wings split up, and the head's in the back with the arms. So far this has been a common staple with the wings and the arms on the Grimlock head and like that. Now this guy's the articulation, the head does do 360 degrees. The arm does 360 degrees. It pops off easy. You've got 90 degrees on the elbow. The wrists don't come out. They're in there tight. And the foot, not much front, not much back. Side to side. And then you got more than 90 degrees. Like I said, this was back then, it was a $9.99 Grimlock figure. Today's probably going to be a lot more expensive, but that is the Authentics Grimlock at the dollar store. Not the Dollar Tree, the dollar store. Alright, now we'll transform this. As you may have seen, very, very basic. But he's still got the legs in the back, still got all the hallmarks of Grimlock. And this one, the articulation in dinosaur mode. You got the hands move around, nothing on the mouth. The legs move. And there is the tail. So, that is the Authentics Grimlock. Alright, next I think we can do Power of the Prime. Now this guy is Grimlock's first attempt at being a combiner. And for the most part, it was okay. Wasn't the greatest, but I give Hasbro kudos for trying something different. Now this is Voyager size, and all the other Dinobots were deluxe size. So basically it was your old Scramble City combiner, where you have one big figure and 4 small ones that can make any limb you want. Now, again, very typical Grimlock head, gold chest, red waist. These are the Dinobot legs, so he's basically Grimlock, but in this he's got a few extra pieces. See, the head's on the back, he's still got the wings. And let's see, his articulation is, the head does 360 degrees. Again, if you move these, and they got nice ratchets, moves out. You got 90 degrees on the elbow. The wrists just go in. You got waist rotation. Let's see, kick up, kick back, kick to the side, and 90 degrees at the waist. And this guy's got nothing on the feet. Like I said, this was and he came with a Prime Master or something. What was this? I forget what these are, like the keys or something. And you put that in his mouth. And, but that is the Voyager Power of the Primes Grimlock. Alright, now let's transform him. For the most part, he's G1 Dinobot, except for the legs. This time the legs don't fold up like they normally do. His legs are just put together and they stick out there. But as you can see, typical, the chest piece moves down. The wings cover up this spot. They make the face, the arms, the legs. So that is Grimlock in his dinosaur mode this way. And he stands up like that. So like I said, a little different. Remember, he's a combiner, so they had to take liberties with, you know, doing some different stuff. And this stuff up here is kind of annoying. They could have found a way to hide the Volcanicus head. But as the first chance of doing a Dinobot combiner, he works for me, and that is the Power of the Primes Voyager Grimlock. Next, we're going to do the Age of Extinction. Grimlock came with the Silver Knight Optimus Prime. This guy's articulation is the foot goes out like that. These are on little ball joints, and you can move the mouth up and down, the head up and down, and the mouth closes. And that's basically the articulation for this guy. And now this guy's a little beast to transform. He came, like I said, this is from the Age of Extinction. This was I believe, a Target exclusive. I'm not sure. He came with a Silver Knight Optimus Prime, which was the original Bayburst version of Optimus from the first and second movie. Although in Age of Extinction, actually, I take that back. He changed a little in Age of Extinction. But they tried to modernize Grimlock. So he's a little different in the transformation and the look. He has his good spots and he has his bad points. But if you want to look at him real quick, you can see I like how the head actually fits into the entire chest. This is all different up here. So they kind of like a real life movie look, kind of, but then they don't. And his articulation is the arms do go up. You got a little ratchet. This is where the arms are completely different. The head does a 360 degrees. Looks up, looks down. Let's see. Elbow, he's got 90 degrees at the elbow. He did come with a shield and a sword. Let's see. Feet, kick that far. Feet, kick that far back. A little different how he's transformed. And then the knees, actually he doesn't have any knee articulation whatsoever, and the feet. So that is this guy, and he's a little weird, and he had a gimmick, but he's different. I had to pick him up anyway, and he's definitely harder to transform and do with all these weird joints in his arms. And I think I did a separate review on this guy long ago. Alright, now let's transform this guy. Now, this guy is different because of the way his leg, this whole thing with the legs, I don't understand them at all. But his difference is the legs, they just fold up like this. They don't really fold back. So he's got like a really long tail. But other than that, there, these legs are, so these arms are funky right here. Let's see, do you twitch these around? I don't know. I like them better. Like I said, they tried something different, and here's a little jaw action for you. But and let's see, these arms pop off easy. These arms move, and these legs, I guess once they're out like that, they will move. But it's just the way they have these. Kind of reminds me of the Siege Megatron legs. I don't even know how these things are supposed to work. But, I mean, that is our Grimlock. So, not the greatest. And then, of course, what you can do is, I wonder if these are 5mm pegs. I never really noticed. And you can attach his shield and his sword on him. So there's Grimlock. And there's Grimlock there. And that is our Grimlock. Alright, and that is the the Age of Extinction Silver Knight Optimus Prime. Now the Optimus Prime figure, that was even worse. That thing fell apart like the first week we got it. Alright, now we're going up to the Studio Series figure. Now, we're getting into Studio Series 86 Leader Class Grimlock. The most comic accurate transforming best looking Grimlock ever. I mean, this guy is like, can beat probably the masterpieces. He is pure fun and enjoyment to transform. The only downside is he did not come with a sword. But I mean, you put this guy right next to a cartoon Grimlock and he is Grimlock, except for this little dark colored see-through thing on his chest. But a lot of people have just taken that off and he's normal. Alright, now let's look at his face. Definitely Grimlock's face. He can turn around. He can move up and down. Again, you can always move the wing to move to 100% movement on the arm. His arm goes out there. Again, more than 90 on the elbow. We got wrist rotation. We got waist rotation. This guy is the pinnacle of the Dinobots. Leg, look at that leg. Look at that. Out to here. He's got that out. He's got thigh rotation. He's got knee rotation. He's even got foot, ankle rotation. And this guy compacts everything in his legs, and he's just a beauty to admire. And this is the Studio Series Leader, now a true leader class. And I like how this guy scales to Optimus Prime. He hovers over the regular Optimus Prime as he should. Now this was some of the few leader class figures that Hasbro's actually putting out nowadays. Nowadays, a lot of the leader class figures are Voyagers with some gimmick or extra pieces. Now, we'll transform this guy. we have our perfect G1 Grimlock. Just like he was in the movie and in the G1 cartoon. And I mean, they've really done a good job on these Dinobots. Now, he came with the blaster, but not his sword. And then you could stick the blaster right here to fill in this little gap. So, that's new. But, I mean, look at this guy. You've got the face. You got the head movement. You've got neck movement. You've got movement here at the elbow. You got here at the shoulder. You've got the leg movement. You've got the leg right here. I mean, and you can stand them up like this. Or if you want more of the old cartoon like that. Whoops. But now you can make him like he's supposed to be. More of a like that standing up. But still, this Grimlock is pure joy to transform. He's a joy to play with. And he's very cartoon accurate. Like I said, I think they've really done a good job on all these guys. You know, are they perfect? No, I've got a few problems with Sludge, like the whole back of them. And I know Snarl's getting out there, but I haven't got Snarl yet. And Swoop, no one's even seen a picture of Swoop yet. But for right now, this later class Grimlock is one of my favorites, and it's the most cartoon accurate. Now, to go to something completely different, the movie, the Bayverse version. Here we have the Studio Series Leader Grimlock. Now, definitely completely different. He's got that more alien look. He doesn't look like no Dinobot from Earth, but he is just, I mean, I'm glad I never got a chance to get this guy the first time he came around, but when they did the Bumblebee reissue, I had to get it. And this guy is pretty cool. Now, he's not symmetrical. He transforms completely different. This is the real dinosaur head. This is a fake head. This is his tail. I mean, you look at this guy, and he is just definitely scary. Definitely made for the movieverse. And I just done a full review on him. And just to go over him, his head does move a little up and down. This arm, these get in the way, but if you move this, you can do the whole 360 in that arm. And this arm, you really can't do it. He just goes that much. But he does have the waist movement. Elbow, that's 90 on that side. Not quite 90 on this side. And this, you can move this guy's wrists. And this is the ball. And if you lift this plate up, you can kick. Let's see if you move this. Kicks not quite 90. The back, not quite. He's got a ratchet on the leg right there. You've got thigh rotation here. You've got not quite 90 on the knee. And the foot is on it looks like a ball joint, so you can move it up and down, side to side. And this is the movie Grimlock. And he towers over them all. Now, in the movie, he was definitely, I mean, Optimus Prime was probably about that big because he rode him in his dinosaur mode. But, like I said, and I just did a review on this guy. Yeah, and this thing just, you can do whatever you want with this. It just hangs back like that. But you really can't see it unless you angle it down like that. But that is movie Grimlock. Alright, now I'll transform this guy right now. And here is Studio Series Grimlock from the movies. And he is just, he's a pretty big guy. And, he's not perfect, but he's probably the best that we were going to get in a movie verse. Now, you could see the mouth opens and shuts. That's his real mouth. Here's the other fake head. And he's symmetrical. He's definitely sideways, so this is where his head goes. And you can see the other arm, but this arm does move all the way around like that. Goes out, so that's his front arm. And the legs, you fold them in here. They snap in. So you do have this little movement right here. And you got this double knee right here. And so you got up and down, you got up and down. And then you even have side to side with the head. And the head's on a ratchet like that. So, and this guy is pretty cool. Like I said, is he perfect? No. But as far as a movie Dinobot, I think he's pretty cool. I just wish this piece would stay up. They should have had a way to clip this in. But there is our movie Dinobot. And I'm glad I finally got him. You know, he's a leader class. So back when leader classes were big. And so there you go. Age of Extinction, Studio Series 07, or Buzzbore the Bumblebee 07 Dinobot. Now we're going to bring them all back. So we've got this little guy. I forgot to show articulation is just his legs. That's it. So we got the core class combiner. Grimlock. Right there. And then we have, I put his crown on, Bumblebee Cyberverse Adventure Grimlock. Right there. And then the Authentics Grimlock. Now, these three, I guess, are, well, especially this guy's geared toward a younger kid. So is this guy. This is in the middle. And then we got our, I think we did Power of the Primes next. So there is Power of the Primes Grimlock. And then this monstrosity, which I can never get his darn legs right. But we'll just stick them in. Whoops. Whoop. There. We'll just stick this guy right here. And then you've got Studio Series 86 Grimlock. And then you've got the main Studio Series Grimlock. Let's bring the light around. Actually, we're just going to move the light over. There we go. So now we have all our Grimlocks. And for the most part, I think they did a pretty good job. I mean, we got a few hits, a few misses of Grimlock throughout the ages. Some are geared more toward little kids. Some are geared more toward the adult collector. I think this guy goes... Yeah, let me fix this guy's legs. Some are geared toward, you know, the kids that just want to have a toy to play with. So, there is all of my Grimlocks. Like I said, I did a review on this guy last year, and I wanted I wanted just to concentrate on the movie Dinobots, since when I got them I wasn't doing my channel. So I figured I'd go back and do a retro review on all my Dinobots. And I think I have a review on this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy. I think I have a review on all of them. I'm not sure about this guy. But he's just, like I said, he's just a nasty... I don't understand the legs. I don't think I ever will. But that is your Grimlocks. Now, how about we turn them all sideways? There we go. Alright, Grimlock. Let's do the Battle of the Dinobots. Alright, now I hope you like this little video. I'm trying to do different things. you know, we're right in the middle of waiting on Legacy Wave 2 or Wave 3, some people are getting. And so I wanted to go back, and I just did this guy last week, but the norm review should have done the 2-liter Dinobots, but like I said, I wanted to do just the movie Dinobots because I never got a chance to do them all. So this is it. All right, I hope you like this. If you are a subscriber, thank you. If you're not a subscriber, please go ahead and click that follow button. Comment below and tell me which one is your favorite Dinobot. Turn on notifications. And if there's a link below for like Amazon or a Big Bad Toy Store or something, just and you want one of these guys and it's a pretty good deal, click on that. It helps me out a lot. I do not do YouTube for a living. I'm actually in the forensics field. So I guess I fight crime my own way. All right, so Rodimusbill saying, me Grimlock, me King. Have a good day. Rodimusbill out.
Transformers!